Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Browns defense. They were very solid last week in the victory with Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A handoff for Warren. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts.
Touchdown! Darnell Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Watson now to throw. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pickett. This is caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Warren will try the right side. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Hey, look at this Browns defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You have no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A bold play call there on 3rd down, and they almost picked it up.
They almost got there, as you just noted. Brings up 4th and inches. And you know what I'm a big advocate of if you're going to go for it here, and I think that they should? Quarterback sneak. Pick up the first down, get a fresh set, and then go for the end zone.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw, Pickett. And that one too wide and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers. And he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And this is good. from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a first down throw, Watson.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. All right, Charles, and we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talked with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standards.
17-0 our score after one.
With the score, Steelers 17, Browns 0.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Pickett back to the air on second down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Here's Watson. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Watson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Watson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
2nd and 10.
Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, that's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Steelers.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Got his man. It's Warren. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. On the give, it's Warren.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Second down, here's Pickett.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren,
45 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Watson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 47-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Throwing on third down, Watson.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Browns.
On first and 10, Watson. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And they run the option here on first and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on third down and long.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
3rd and 2, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Warren.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Watson's throw complete there to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes him across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Chubb fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They will indeed snap it to Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
They'll run it. Warren.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover holes so they can't run the football.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Pickett. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Now a run to Warren.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Warren.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Play action. Pickett.
two-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Browns' drive about to get started.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Watson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
3rd down from the gun, Thompson Robinson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Watson. Oh, my goodness. Here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A handoff for Warren.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here's Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by down the numbers. There he goes. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Watson to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
What's he looking at? Come on, what's going on?
Here's 1st down. Now Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Take a miracle of proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 40, Crumz 35.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Steelers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.